ya tuli wano nababuulirawo tuli ludda oluvannyuma but tugenda kwogerako gye muli mu ngeri ebyebit of course si mpya nnyo ku never give up nga never give up ogimanyi tugenda buli area y'obulamu eno programu ngikoledde wano njagala kwogera eri saagala nnyo okuyita abantu bakazi mpakiti omujjajja nga omugani agamba nti omukazi yakaza olujja yamuyitanga omukazi mukyala akyala naye tubaniriza mugino gye muli bagiyita program never give up until the battle is over. So naku lwonna lw'onoola programu eno ngiteeketeekedde ggwe naddala omukyala oba omuwala ali mu nsi abamu bagiyita corporate bajja kumbula bagiyita corporate naye nga tomanyi how to answer and respond to some challenges oba abamu nga tomanyi na ngeri gy'oyingiramu manyi ensi eno erina oba nkiyita etya erina ebifo bingi kati eriyo eri physical omuntu ayinza okwagala agenda mu America naye tosobola kera kuba kyanoga ngenze mu America oyinza ganja agenda Saudi Arabia tosobola gamba nti kaŋŋende wabaawo ebikwetaagisa okuyingira oyinza gamba nti kaŋŋenze mu Denmark olwaleero Denmark gyeri n'abantu naye omuntu ayinza okubeera nga ajagala nga agirenga nenga so n'obulamu bulina emitendera abamu bagamba bamina okulowooza nti ogwo sinza guyingiramu infact nakulanga bagamba nti abaasoma bagamba nti abantu abaasoma ng'akyogera ng'alinga agamba nti obulamu obulala buli eyo nze nasigala eno mukyakyogera abasinga naye nze ndowooza mu Kristu Yesu Bayibuli egamba ebintu byonna bisoboka so okuyingira mu bulamu bwonna bw'ofuna abakuyigiriza so ndi ne bawala bange these are my daughters mbaleese wano mbabuuza ebibuuzo njiga tinaawe oyige kubanga oluusi n'ozaala abaana oluusi tusobola ne ku baana oluusi abatusinga okumanya ebintu ebimu aye ne batuyigirize mwabagana mwalogera nti mwagamba mutya nti something mwalina kye mwayogera something okay kaba babuuzeeko kansooke nonandi wano Caroline buuza ku bantu abo bakola bakulu Lest TV never give up.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Caroline Babazi, a daughter to Pastor Roland, as introduced. I'm a lawyer by profession, specifically in oil and gas.
Oil and gas. Kibadde bagamba ekyo lawyer agenda tya mu oil ne gas ne mugenda kuyiga kati ono mujja mugumiikiriza oluzungu jja kuba lulungi amumanyi okuyomba naye kati muyige n'oluzungu ku never give up tujja ddupola mpola okay Jack buuza ku bantu abo
Mukama yeebazibwe nze bampita Jacqueline Nalubega Faith era ndi muwala wa Musumba Roland nsanyuse nnyo okubeera wano mbeera mu US New Jersey emirimu gye nkola ndi mu healthcare insurance way back in the US nsanyuse nnyo okubeera wano.
Wow. Kansoke na ku profession muze mwogedde mutu zitunyonyo gye zitegeeza Caroline you a lawyer ate kano olugamba okola oil ne gas bikwataganira wa
every area in life has a connection to the law.
Buli kitundu mbulamu kirina kikwatagana ne law.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, that's something we need to learn.
Everything, even the worker you have at home, there are laws governing that. Even the animals you have at home, even if you're to transport them, there are laws governing that. Everything has laws governing it. Oil and gas also has laws that govern it. So whoever is doing that work must comply with the laws. So we are here to help them comply with those laws. Yes.
Oil and gas. So buli kintu mu bulamu kirina etteeka.
Yes.
Liteeka muyigo lwo mateeka gamirundi mbolo etteeka ly'obulamu kuga nti omuntu avuddeyo ayinza okuba ali mu kaalina waggulu ali tulinawo kaalina bajjajje balaga bajja bavulira n'asulayo kati olwo etteeka lyetuyita mu nnaki erya gravity nti omuntu wabuuka alina okukka wansi gyoyogerako nti buli kirina etteeka oba.
No, I'm talking about the laws that are promulgated by our parliament.
The law promulgated.
Yes.
Omuyo oluzungu wano. The law promulgated. Promulgated kitegeeza ki?
Made, drafted by the parliament.
Tulina mu Kaganda konna mukamu. Pozi ofa toola ate. Kabaka Yesu, Kabaka Mwanga, Kabaka.
If we switch to Rutoro, we can go.
Kabaka wetoola omuvuzi omutani.
Oyo Nyimba.
Oyo Nyimba, Kabaka Oyo Nyimba. Anyway, kitegeeza oyogera ku mateeka agateekebwawo government oba parliament.
Yes.
Okay. Buli muntu ali munsi muno bikyakola alina wegamusinkana.
Yes. For everyone, there is a law that governs the different things that we
do. Abantu bakimanya ekyo.
Most don't know until when that time comes. That's when they realize that there is a law.
Mikono gy'amateeka.
Yes.
Police yebagamba until you fall into the hands of the law.
Yes.
Oh my God. Kali okitegedde ekyo nange aliko TV1 neneetekera enfuga.
Yes. You've got laws. That's why you're under UCC. Even UCC that governs you has laws that govern it.
Wow.
Yes.
Ekyo kipya. So oil ne gas gwe tulina mu Uganda naye alina amateeka agamufuga.
Yes.
Bagenda kukubulira ku oil ne gas mu maaso awo. Jackie, ong'ayo nti okola mu health care insurance mu America.
Yes.
Mu America ogali mu kitundu ki?
Ndi mu New Jersey.
Tugiyita Jersey. New Jersey. Fe batuufu mu batuufu.
Fe batuufu ababeerayo.
New Jersey.
Yes.
She is coming from New Jersey. Guno mulimu gwokola kutegeeza health care insurance.
Basically, abantu ebeeranga social work for those who are here and those mukitwalanga being a social worker. Naye kati bw'obeera gye nkolera eri insurance company but tulina contract ne the state of New Jersey okulabirira abantu abatakyesobola, sometimes buba bulwadde, sometimes nga bakuze. Kati omulimu gwange eri baguyita case management, whereby oba setting up services. First of all, oba assessinga okulaba nti baqualifyinga for those benefits.
Okay.
Noziweereza state wekuwa qualification, then you start managing their life. Oteekawo services babeere nga waliwo abajja ne babalabirira, abalala basalawo ne bagenda mu like facilities like nursing homes or assisted living bwe bityo.
Okay.
Abalala obalabirira basigalawo okusigala ewaka kati noteeka services in place, no making sure balina abasawo ate ba following up n'abasawo abo, balina abajja ne babafumbira ebintu ebityo bwe baba services zonna ze yeetaaga okubeera comfortable ewakaawe. Mbeera responsible oziteeka in place n'okulaba nti ezo ne ba providers oba ba vendors abazi providing they are following through, no making sure bafuna emmere. So I'm like a link to the state, to the insurance, to the doctors, ekintu bwekityo.
Only link to insurance?
To the insurance company.
To the doctor?
To the state.
The state.
Ne bano abajja ne babalabirira.
Okay.
The pharmacies where they get their medication. Some like a link managing all of that.
Wow. That's a great work. Kansoke nsigale mu profession nga sinnabakomyawo gye tuli eno. Kansoke nsigale mu profession zammwe. Profession gimaze mu bbanga ki, Jackie?
nasooka nga nsupportinga abakola ekyo bwe nayingirira mu mulimu kati nga mbeera administrative assistant w'omuntu oyo akola ekintu
administrative assistant
yes kati nga nsupportinga eyo role so nakikola okumala emyaka ng'esatu naye mweno role mbaddemu emyaka 2 nakaweza emyaka 2 ye Musumba.
Bakuzaira mu US oba bakuzaira eno Uganda?
Banzalira wano mu Uganda ne mu US nakamalayo emyaka 10 Musumba.
10 years in the US.
Yes.
Katono nnyo ku bantu abali mu US. Experience yo mu US. Ebadde etya nga sinakuwa kibuuzo njagala otuddemu.
I think kangambe nga nakatuuka nali ndowooza gye bayita honeymoon phase nga nakatuuka nasanga it was around fall and the trees were different okusinzira ze nali
tekiwulyanga nako Uganda wano fall otegeeza ki?
Ndowooza bagiyita autumn in other countries. Usually tubeera ne season 4 kati
mu US mwina season 4.
Yes.
Wano Uganda tulina mmeka? Tulina 2. Hot and wet.
Yes. So it was different game. It say orange, reds. So it was a perfect season to land. It was exciting. Kuba nali awo natandika kola nayaga ice cream ali abundant. Everything is extra in America. Like everything is big. So it was something new and exciting. Naye kati tuba tuyingira mu winter obulama we butandika okukaluba because there I was starting to work. Abantu benkola nabo they are different culturally from what I'm used to. And also the weather has changed. I'm not used to the cold. I don't know how to make sure I'm warm enough. I don't know how to take care of everything weather in Chuse. And also nali sinatandika vuga so to depend on bus schedule. So yeah, awe nayagala okuddira Uganda.
Wanji kyakalu.
It was not the promised land I thought. Yes.
So abantu olusi expectation gye baba batunuulira mawanga ago basanga nga ndala nnyo
era ate si bannayuganda bokka pase.
Yes.
Every immigrant alina story. Buli omu alina olugero kati sometimes bw'otuuka mweyo breaking point kubanga wano e Uganda bwemba njagala okgenda anywhere there is public transport.
Yes.
So kati ntuuse nina okumakinga sure I get that bus schedule kuba bwe ntuukawo 1 minute late eba egenze and I have to wait another hour. Kati obudde buba bunnyogoga n'oyimirira ku stage ng'omuzira gukuba. That makes it so hard. Kati ne just the water is hard. Olususu ne lukyuka enviri ne zikutuka.
Wanji?
Yes, because you don't, it's new, everything is new. N'abantu bali like oba tonayiga culture yaabwe. So most of the things are shocking. So okwadjusting that kyekireeta obuzibu with not just Ugandans or Africans but most immigrants. It's a different environment. Musumba.
Badde n'ebintu byenyumiddwa bingi. So omuntu alina okubeera prepared to change culture, you think?
Yes.
Ekyo kinyonyola otya nti somehow culture erina okukyuka? Culture ki gye tulimu ate nga eritekola?
For example, wano abantu balina obudde bwo.
Ataawo.
So okula ogenda bugenzi ne gye batakuinvitinze
okitegeera ogwa bugwi gye bajjula naye ng'olina okulya. I love
yes. So n'otandika okuyiga nti bwe munaagenda out oba onokyalira omuntu. Sometimes you need 2 weeks in advance notice. Olabe nti kimukolera naawe kikolera just to go out and eat oba just kumulaba. And sometimes even like they prefer meet you out than bringing in their home.
Are you sure?
Yes, so bino nti wakasinka n'omuntu ne mubeera friendly. Sometimes it's ayinza okulaga kungulu nti welcoming. Naye nga you're not friends, you're just someone they've just met. So those culture differences notandika okwadjustinga kubanga gwe oreceiving kirala bwasese nagamba, oh, we should have coffee sometime. Kakati gwe oyinza okireceiving, she really meant we should have coffee. Naye nga teyakitegeeza, it was just like nga bw'onoogamba hi, how are you?
Wangi n'osuubiza coffee sometime. Nze mba nsigalaga nti gundi coffee gwe waŋŋamba. Kuba bano munagamba nja kutwalako out.
Yes.
Ye aba akitegeeza.
Aba akitegeeza.
Eri batu bakitegeeza.
Most of the time tebakitegeeza.
Baba bali kuki? Kati gwoludde munda yaba ategeeza ki?
Ajja aba ayagala kubeera just nice. It's like nga bw'onosanga omuntu omugamba, oh, hi, long time.
Kyekiri awo. Mugamba kyekiri awo.
Yes.
Mugamba muti eyo.
Yeah, they can even tell you, Bananga, I've missed you, we should link up. Kati gwe eyakulira mu culture endala olowooza kyategeezezza. It was just there, she was just receiving you, but kati gwe n'otandika okugamba, oh, which restaurant do you want, when are you free? Kati olaba it's stressful kubanga ogenda okulaba following up oli takiwa mazzi. So otuuka ekiseera ogamba, oh, she didn't actually mean it, but sometimes it takes you long and it's stressful because kakati gogamba, was she lying? Nza Mwesigwa, because there is confusion because of
Ninga batalina musango. Guto mutegedde.
Gweto mutegedde.
Golooza coffee ya serious. Ninga engeri gyagamba nti mbalabye abeeyo.
Kyeyabadde ategeeza gwe n'omureceiving bulala. Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. Americans yeningenda kwera mbana Uganda mweka. Nini bana Uganda za mutandisa okwadjasinga na mwize culture yeyo oba musigaddemu ake.
Kati anti-environment ekukyusa. Abantu bo associatinga mu bakukyusa.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not. Kati otuuka ekiseera nawe bebagamba we should have the coffee sometimes. Bagamba yes we should, but you don't follow up. Okirekawo.
Kali kyendera gy'olina okwadjustinga.
Kati emmere omulimu gwe nasooka okukola, it was kind of yalinga restaurant setting. Kati natuuka amatooke lumonde yandimu nentuuka wali emigaati waliwo English muffin, bagels, sibirabanga. Kati these girls I was working with ne balaba kwegamba, they would make you feel like you're the most stupid person because you just don't know the food. So ebintu bwe bityo kati otandika breakinga muli munda no losinga because people are looking at you a certain way. Olinga ataina magezi. The food is different and adjusting to that. It's also a culture, but also understanding there are different cultures. One, usually the culture is the same. Nayeli, there are different people from different worlds. The Spanish, the Asians, the Africans like you are, and also the whites. So navigating or very receptive to different people. That's also like a culture. Eyo nayo culture. Ekirala obudde. The African time. Bwe tugamba 9.
Obayina wannange. Nze kati kitegeeza nange embeera eri kubanga nange bitya time wano. African culture.
The time. Omuntu wagamba mbuno, let's meet at 9. In Africa no abategeeza at noon.
Neri abava budde abakuulira n'okulaga nti awo twavaawo.
Mwavaawo.
Bwe bali. Naye kati ali wali ako kamera ng'oyo. Noli yakatuuka situmutegedde lwaki ayina wano. Fegamba fe tuli wano kalicha. Okay.
Yeah, but yeri bwe bagamba let's meet at 9. The expectation is 5 minutes to 9.
What?
Because that means when botuuka 9:15 or 9:20 without any communication or anything, or I'm stuck in jam, or something, like you really have to have a reason. Ate no chinyonyola nga tonnatuuka. But if you just appear like nothing happened, I receive it as you're disrespectful. Like, tori respecting nze. This is the wrong person to
Very
ask.
wrong.
Like, like if I said let's meet at 9 and you come in at 9:20, you didn't text me, or I'm stuck in traffic, or I'm gonna be 15 minutes late. If you come and you don't even apologize or explain yourself, I receive like you're very disrespectful. Yes.
Tusooke tuyimirire kaawo tupozinga tudiscussinge kwawano nkiyise na time management. Mu culture ya time yeno olaba abantu bataba respecting a time neyeeri bakyaba balina advantage ku bannaabwe.
Abeeri.
Why?
There is no compensation for time. Kati beluba kangambe leero lwa mukaaga.
No compensation for time.
Ne ngamba nti tusinkane ssaawa 3 to do something, not just ssaawa 6. By ssaawa 6 twali badde tumaze kye tulina meeting. Naye kaakati kigenda kuva ku 6 paka 9 otutta obudde bwange. I should have been doing something different with my 3 hours. But now because you were disrespectful to me and you came late, now you're inconveniencing what I should have done in that time.
Caroline, kasooke tutambulize nawe nga sinaba kuzza bugondi. Oyagala ffe tulina culture yaffe wano mbu ogenda eri culture etuuka ya time.
Yes.
Eyo culture yaffe gyayogeddeko etukosezza eti how does it negatively onooli akitegeera ali ku TV.
Negatively, I can give an example of work. At work, we have people who we've not interviewed because they've come late, so they've lost jobs.
Wangi?
Yes.
Mu company yamu?
Yes.
Omutemwa interview?
Yes, because you're late.
Nimba nga mwadvertise emirimu?
Yes, you put in your application, we shortlisted you, we sent you an email and called you. You're going to be interviewed at 10 a.m.
At 10?
And you come at 10:30.
Nintuka 10:30?
We tell you interview is closed.
Kiki kino kyenvulira olwali? Ate wabega jaamu enkuba yakedde netonnya ewaffe ebituconveniencing kwa na Uganda bingi.
It doesn't matter because you usually have the notification 2 weeks in advance. You know our weather is unpredictable. So if it means that you walk with extra clothes and move in the rain and change when you reach the office, you do it.
Bannange bano bakalabiza ensi. So kati kankwe ekyokulabirako enkuba ya leero yakedde 18 n'ekyanya omuntu alina interview ku ssaawa 4 gyasula kyebando amataba gagize temuwa excuse yonna.
It's up to them to be smart because now we have the hybrid approach to interviews. We have the physical interviews, we have the online interviews. Usually we ask you what's easier for you because some people apply for jobs when they're in Gulu. So we allow you to attend the interview online.
Okay.
Because even online we're able to gauge, because we're looking at demeanor. How do you present yourself? What's your understanding of, of the law and everything else that we're interviewing you about? So a smart person on such a day, either you send an email at 7 a.m. or call the administrator who called you and tell them, could we switch to online? Otherwise, you will not get the job.
One,
time is money because it will rain, but people will still be in office at 6 a.m. through the rain. And you'll say, oh, they have an advantage, they have cars, they have... No, it doesn't matter. They are public cars, they are taxis, they are buses, and all of that, which you would have access to. And their umbrellas, their raincoats. So there's no excuse, they are boots.
And borders.
Exactly. No, because time is money. We bill time. We bill our clients by the hour.
You bill time?
Yes, we bill time.
How?
when we are going to bill a client, we give them timesheets showing that I spent 10 hours on your time and each hour was $400.
Wanji.
Yes. And it shows what I did in that 1 hour. It shows what we did in those 10 hours. So we bill time.
So time is billed.
Yes.
Ekyo gafa tokimanyi mu Africa, sigaye mu Africa. Oga abantu basinga bakimanya eno time is billed.
I honestly don't know. I think different professions do things differently. And also even different legal institutions do things differently. But it depends on the mode of operation that you adopt. There's things that take up so much of your time, and if you don't bill time, you lose. And that's where that saying that time is money
Billing
makes
time.
sense.
Ako kankawandika na mu capital letters. Billing time okuva n'olunaku lwa leero. I'm going to bill my time. Malesa bill kitundu ku never give up. Buli saa ngenda ngo gicharginga. Kati mu culture yaffe gye tulimu wano. Gwokyali Uganda wadde kati nga akolera mu America. Ng'otunuulira how people treat time. Has it worked on our advantage or disadvantage?
It has worked to our disadvantage. And I'll give you an example. Where I used to work before where I am, there's a gentleman I used to work with, and we were given a mini contract to go and teach people about occupational health and safety law. It was going to take us occupational health and safety law.
Occupational health and safety law.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was still oil and gas, because there's a lot that happens in the industry and people have to protect themselves. How do you make sure that people are not falling off rigs and all that? You know, what's the standard of, you know, protection for the workers? So there's a law that governs that. And we had billed approximately, it was about $26,000. We were going to make the presentation for about 1 hour. Now, my boss then, it was time for us to go for this presentation to the client. And my boss kept telling me, oh, wait a minute, we need, I kept telling him, we're running out of time, we need to go. He told me, wait a minute. By the time we went, we were 30 minutes late. Those people were foreigners. I won't say the company. They were foreigners. We reached, we were 30 minutes late, and they told us, we are sorry, we won't be able to.
Wanji.
Yeah, because they had moved on to the next event on the agenda. So we lost $26,000.
$26,000.
Yes.
Because of
lateness.
Mismanagement time.
Of time, yeah. And from that day, I told myself, for every meeting that we have, I will be leaving him. He was my boss. So I'll tell him, no, everyone will go in their car, we'll find ourselves there. Because if I'm early, I'm able to hold the fort and start the presentation as he comes, so we don't lose money. But in our economy, especially if you're targeting the international market, you're targeting government. There's government institutions in Uganda that don't play with their time. No. You don't get work with the Petroleum Authority of Uganda and play. You don't, you lose that work. So if you don't manage your time well, you'll find yourself that the clients you will have will truly be the ones that we call truly Ugandan, that respect Ugandan time.
I know temutusanyi wakati tuli ku never give tugeza kusomesa abantu bali nnyo ku level eyo kubanga I'm amazed nti omuntu asooka losing emitwalo 26 is $1 in 30 minutes na losing a cent.
30 minutes, yes. We never presented, we never got the money.
Kati gwokulira Uganda.
Yes.
Olowooza abantu ekintu ky'obutali respecting a time bakijja kuki kutunuulira musana nga kussa.
I honestly do not know where it came from. I do not know at what point in life.
Kubanga omuntu abeera mu P1 bamuzuukusa nga alina okubeera mu kibiina ssaawa eziti. Kati baluzingira waawo kuba nzijukira ffenna twasoma P1 P2 nga mulina okuteeka ku ssomero. In fact kusomero walingayo n'embooko za leeti. I think tetwategeera what these teachers meant.
Yes.
Kubanga singa twakitegeera eyo twandibadde smart kuba watukanga leeti ng'emigo gyagiri
Yeah.
nga tojja bannyonnyola mbu ate banza okusiza leeto biki.
Yes.
Where do we lose
Well,
it?
actually, as you were speaking, it occurred to me where we lose it. When we are in employment, we are early. When we are employed, no one goes to work late because they know it has an implication on their paycheck. When we start our own businesses and we are the bosses running it, the mentality changes for us. We say, I'm the boss, I have employees, let them go early and do the work. In the beginning, it may work, but eventually, because there's work that they cannot do, there is work that you must supervise. There's meetings you must lead. They can't be led by juniors. There's clients that do not want to be attended to by juniors. And that's where we lose it. Because now we feel we've arrived. I'm the boss. I've arrived. Let the rest put in that early time. I can come in at 10 a.m. And that's where most businesses stagnate. Yes. So it's the arrival mentality. It's the arrival mentality.
So omuntu atandika okulowooza nti kasita nina abakozi
Yes.
nze kankiveemu olwakole ki?
I can go anytime.
Now what is he doing this time nga tagenze aliko ki?
He doesn't have to wake up early. He wakes up at 8, has his breakfast. He just makes a phone call, are people in office, to the administrator. Yes. And then they will drive to work. They say, this meeting is happening. I may be late, but you can attend. But remember, some clients do not want juniors.
Yes.
So when a client comes and it's a junior attending to them, they leave. They walk away. Because they are clear with their expectations when they give you their work.
So omuntu oyo future ye beefaanana etya ajjeemu atuuse takyali respecting time kubanga eri ajja okuyimira naye oyo aba alagawa?
Most times they stagnate, and somewhere it's where it's joint ventures with different people. Over time, even their partners will push them out because you'll be costing them their image. Because over time, you build a brand as an entity. They know those guys are very meticulous. They keep time. They do their work on time. Their reports are on time. But if you have this one person letting you down, they'll be like, if the people only interact with that person ruins the brand. So eventually, you find them being pushed out. They push you out of that company. Slowly, but surely.
Oba bagiyita program naye bagiyiba bino simanyi naye this is kino kinene nnyo. Jackie, waliko e Uganda. US wakamala emyaka 10. Katusoke tukomeyo Uganda. Ogenze US kali kyemu ekyokyusiza ya time.
Yes.
Bw'otunula eno gye wava. Waliwo kirowoozezaako n'ogamba nti no wonder because they don't have the culture of time. Bali wano, no wonder. Waliwo kitunuuliddeko ekyo? Waliwo kifaanako kino kitunuulira otulage nti kakinga gamba naye mweyambe ensonga lwaki musigalidde. Is this, have you ever tried to look at that? No kitunuulira.
Kyenyiza ogamba ku ekyo kubanga kakati, for example, let's say at workplace, ekyanyamba maybe to adjust nze ndowooza osikikulira ne mu family because when nali nkula like I remember as a child my father will wake up so early to go and work.
Wow.
Kati nga yatutwala ku ssomero ajja bavuga ne mukola naye paka obudde we bukya. So in my mind ndowooza kyanyanguyiramu pertaining to that kubanga obwongo ng'omwana wadde natuka ekiseera nga sikyagenda na taata naye obwongo obw'okukeera wadde n'amala n'abulinda obudde ne bukya n'alyoka ntwala ku ssomero naye nga twavuddeyo dde ewaka
ng'amusokako mulimu we. Wow.
ne mukola naye paka kubanga obudde bwabanga 11 geeti z'essomero zikyali nzigule zigale. So ng'ava nammwe ewaka n'abatwala ne mukola naye obudde bwe bwatangaalanga n'abakkiriza ku ssomero ng'era mu abasooka.
Okay.
So ndowooza ekyo kyanyambako, so ndowooza oluusi kiva ku family bwe ndowooza. Naye kati ogamba nti no moving, kati olaba system mu America ne bw'oba okola mu computer oba ng'okola general, every time bw'otuuka ku mulimu, usually there is some kind of login ekulaga nti otuuse. And you cannot log in out of nga totuuse ku mulimu. So either you're at your laptop, there is a login kind of way whereby your manager or the organization will know you're present, and they'll pay you per hour. They pay per hour. Most of the organization maybe pay per month. Kati wali bw'oba ng'olina kubeera ku mulimu ssaawa 2, bw'otuuka 3 oba watuuse 3, so they will pay nti watandiseeko 3. And if you repeat it like that, then they give you a warning, olala ne bagoba, because to them you're not respecting the culture and the rules in place. So kati nawe obeera potential, the environment eku training nti nino logging in at 8. So whatever you do, you come running to be able to punch in at 8 or to be present at 8. It's an expectation. Kati musumba obuuziza ki kyali ndali ndowoozezza?
Kugamba kiringanga bwe naava e Uganda nengenda mbeera mu nsi endala nendaba endege gye bakola ebintu differently, nentunula gyenva neŋŋamba nti no wonder bano ensonga lwaki bali mabega kino tebakissaamu kitiibwa. Have you recognized that? Are we behind a bit because we don't respect time?
We really are behind because of time. Because now, for example, she was talking about productivity and the expectation, and actually, sigamanti mweba employees mwekabatuuka, you find that even the higher people are there before even you arrive. The boss.
Kasogere ku boss. Kuba kati amaliza agamba ababosi abamu wano waafuna kampuni ye yetakeera nakeera akuba bukubi mutuusemwe nazizaawo.
Here, when you enter your manager's office or your manager's laptop, whatever the case is, if you're working in an office, they will be in before you. And if they have an emergency, there is kind of a respect. If they have an emergency or anything, they will send out an email. I'm sorry, my child got sick last night.
Manager
nga akureportingira
gwe junior we.
Yes. Nagamba, I'll be 15 minutes late because of this. Kakati, that expectation bwaba kikusindikidde. So now you also wired, there has to be a reason.
Bwaba bossi anenenyereza kyagenda kuba late.
Yes.
What about me?
What about me? And also, so that sets the pace for everything. Where you expected the meetings, everything you're supposed to do. It will be within time, everything, because, and also they can ask, okay, for these 8 hours, what did you do? Like there has to be productivity. We don't have the luxury, kanjogere ku productivity, we don't have the luxury, netutuuka ku mulimu, n'otuula, n'odda mu lugambo, obudde nti ntwala budde. At the end of the day, you have to produce. The system in place will show, okay, you worked 40 hours a week. What is your productivity?
Kirina okulabika.
Kirina okulabika. And also, but setting their expectation of your productivity.
Mu certain hours.
Mu certain hours. For example, one of the things I do is field visits. I go and do assessments and assess those people to see if they qualify for the services, depending on their health, or something like that. So the expectation of my boss, Ainzo Gamba, you are supposed to do 6 to 8 visits per week. So because of that, and you have to finish those assessments, you have to set up services, you have to follow up with those members, you have to, so there are other things. So kakati, because of the expectation of the productivity, it will drive you boss taina kunonya. But because you know those hours, I'm supposed to produce this. I don't have excuses. Like, you have no excuse why you're not producing that. So excuse ekulaga nti tosobola mulimu.
Kalo, tuli mu society eri abantu betusasula nga tetubasasula kubanga bwema kusasula mwezi. That's time still. Bwema kusasula week. Tusasula abantu nga productivity tebagituwadde. Mwezi guweddeko kati ze nina omukyala ankolera wano. Mwezi gugwako nti pastor mpaayo. Nina okunoonya productivity nga nti what have you given to me? Oba tetukifaako ffe.
Interestingly, tuyina kifaako, it's very important. Ffe tuyina ne system eraganga bwagambye. Waliwo logins by fingerprint bw'oba oyingira mu office kati kiloginga mu system ne kiraga nti ono week number badde ajja ssaawa 4.
Wangi?
Yes. So which means you've cheated us of 2 hours. Then beyond the login times tuyina system gw'otandika okukola eloginga n'ebyokola ne tumanya week okoze eki ne tubeera ne best performer per week ng'eraga this person gave the most hours, worked the most, and this is what they worked on. Kati bwe tubanga tukola appraisals to promote people tugenda mu system ne tuprintinga kati waliwo wosanga nga ina bupeegi bubiri for a whole year. Waliwo gwosanga nga if you print you're going to waste all your paper nga yakola ku projects nga 10 nakola ku the day-to-day work that keeps the lights on nakola so much. So the people who don't have work in the system, we don't bother with you. In fact, tubateka ku warning. It's automatic system where tulaga this one is due for promotion, this one you can fire. So we do not pay people for doing nothing. In fact, the reward for doing nothing is you actually get your warning and eventually get fired if you don't improve.
Ekintu kyenjiga kati wano buli muntu sikutuula butuuza nti nabadde ku mulimu kubanga eri atuuka n'atula mu office nagaa ndi ku mulimu naye nga tasobola kulaga kyakoze. So ffe tusasula kubanga yazze. Wakyangu nnyo omukozi okujja omugajja oli awaka gye ndi naye ogenda okutuuka nga tewali kyakoze. Ekibiiti tukisasula ffe ne Uganda.
Yes. Yes, because if you have no tools that can measure productivity, you won't know. Because if I know that I have hired you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and your target is to make sure that each year you don't make for me less than $300,000, and then the year ends and you've not even made $50,000, that is the tool that we're using to measure your productivity. If I've hired you to clean the house, to make sure that everything is in order, and Monday to Friday I come back home and the house is a mess, I have no business paying you.
Wadde wooli.
Yes.
Ne time yo gy'omaze nange siina gisasula kubanga tekoze.
Yes, there are no results.
So ffe obutatwala kintu ekyo nti we must be billing time, not availability. Si esalawo nti I can bill your time.
No.
Yes.
Omuntu ayinza okubeera available naye nga tali productive.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone can be what we call busybodies. They are around, they will even move around, but they are doing nothing productive.
Oh my God.
Another thing they do is when you are productive beyond the required, they usually like kind of give you some kind of compensation for that. So it encourages people to do more if you produce more than what's required. Like Kara said that at the end of the year, there are people who have over excelled in working on projects. So usually now, like such people in most companies, they give them like some kind of compensation, bonuses.
What we call bonus. The bonus is beyond your salary, beyond your benefits. It's a token of appreciation because you've gone over and above for us as a company. We are also going over and above what we engaged to do for you in the contract. And that's why we give them bonuses, we give them promotions.
Yes.
MC never give up on your day. Njizanyide kufa we never give up. Atera manyi abameranso ogamba nti oluzungu nayo time. Nayo time mwino giteekamu kubanga kati ndi twogeraho kuba kati waliddeko omu n'agamba nti naye gundi oyo yamalira ebiseera. Olwokiweddeko Jackie?
Yes.
Baba bategeeza ki?
Buli wojja mu buli we mala obudde naawe tongasa.
Bajida kanasogena program never give up. The baro is gabaro sota nga tongasiza.
Tongasiza. Toyina kyonnyongeddeko.
So bwempa omuntu time ye nga tanyongerako. Nze musobya.
Gwe musobya. Osobola omuwa one chance.
Yeah.
Kubanga tulina okubeera receptive. Toyina judginga muntu nga tonnamumanya. Osobola omuwa one chance. N'olaba how they can relate or naye bwe kibeera nga every time omuntu oyo wajja mumala hours naye ogenda okuvaawo nga there is nothing substantial gyakugaseeko, then why should I be hanging out with you?
Mubayita ba time wasters.
Yes.
Wakati njagala akulaba.
Yes.
Kubanga oba ngambye nti I must build time.
Yes.
Time is money. Eda bakyogeranga naye nga sinakikiriza nnyo naye katwaliro ntanise nkikiriza kubanga oba mwasubwa contract ya $226 wa 30 minutes kati ntanise okukiriza time is money.
Yes.
Kati ndikuwa time wasters.
Yes.
Kati number one kansooka enzire kunza atayagala kunyononera biseera.
Yes.
How do I recognize nga nti ono omuntu w'ekika kino is a time waster?
Yes.
Hey.
Bye boogera emboozi ebintu bya buli bwabeera mwogera ku ki, and this does not mean nti bw'obeera waggulu beera waggulu, because most of the time bw'obeera waggulu oyiga nnyo mu bantu n'abali wansi. Kubanga bwe baba nga batwala obulamu serious, kubanga gy'oyongera maybe oba poweringa in oba oyongera okuyiga. So attitude bwabwe bwebeera nnungi. For example, bwe bajja nga basiikinga advice, basiikinga knowledge, basiikinga direction.
Those are not time wasters.
No, they are not wasting your time. They want to grow.
Because you are investing in them.
You're investing in
so
them.
Umuntu gwe investingamu nga mu the time.
Yes.
I'm not wasting my time.
No, you're not wasting it.
Kasita mulaba nga kimuteekamu ate kimugasa.
Yes.
Ate nange last ne kigasa n'abaalo wadde kigasa n'abaalo.
Yes.
Okay, kati nganze pastor time gye mala ku kituuti.
Yes.
I'm not wasting time.
No, you're not.
Nije ndi ku TV wange.
Tomala budde. Because they are going also to be influencing and also going to be seeing the fruit. Kasita bajja n'enjala, then you're kind of feeding them. Ne waliwo omuntu buli wajja ebiboozi kwegamba tebikwatagana. Ne bw'aba oluusi ng'akusingako naye ajja ne mutuulawo n'olaba essaawa zigenze naye nga ne muddamu n'anyumya ku ono n'anyumya ku oli. So the next time bw'ogamba nti Jackie gy'oli ngamba siriiyo kubanga saagala kudda mu ŋŋambo na kugeya na ebiboozi ebitangattako.
So they discuss people.
Yes.
They don't discuss
Okay.
ideas and growth.
Ideas. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They discuss not ideas.
Yes.
Another group of time wasters.
Another group of time wasters, even it can be, I think, in some workspaces. Instead of like, there are people who will be distracting you. Like, I think most of the time, zendoza mbozi, I don't know, other kind of, tubimala nnyo mu kwogera kuno. Zendoza time wasting wesinga. Ne people back to time, omugambye tusinkana wano, najja an hour late, oba 2 hours late. Kati tamaze budde bwe bwonna, ate bwajja, it's like casual, ye obwongo bwe mugamba it's okay, like ekyo nakyo olaba nga omaze obudde bwange kati nange ngenda kubeera late because you're late and you didn't take life seriously. Yes.
Caroline, but time wasters bafana bati. Sinagenda kukiddako.
Time wasters, even when they call you to ask to meet you, they don't give you a real reason. They'll say, just jagala kulabako, just, you know, and you're like, what is just?
Okay.
You know, if someone is actually serious, when they ask to meet you, they will always give you concrete reasons.
Okay.
Concrete reasons.
Okay.
Especially people who they're not acquainted with you, you're not friends.
Jagala kulabako. My goodness, nombuuza kiki?
Yes.
That's such a kuny.
What's it about?
Kunyonyolera waawo obagamba nja kubulira
No, akubulira, you know, the tip of the iceberg. Akugamba, it's about employment, it's about relationship, it's about growth, it's about, I have an idea, I want us to, you know, sit and discuss.
Okay.
They don't have to give you the detail, but they just have to, you know, have a subject for discussion. That way, you know, especially when you're not well acquainted, when you're not friends per se, when someone calls you to meet, they should have an actual reason for it.
Katugende mu break tukomewo kubanga tuli wano wakati mufaayo ya